Okay, class, that's it for today. And don't forget that we have to do chapters 1 and 2. Yes, Robbie, we're going to do the letter and the number things. All right? And let's hope we have a better day tomorrow. Okay? All right. See you all tomorrow. And I have a whole year of this. God, if you're out there, please speak to me.
Ooh, sorry. Am I interrupted?
Oh, no, not at all.
Sure?
Yes, no.
I can come back later. I just got to do a quick cleanup and I'm done.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Here, looks like you can use this.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I bet you don't get to see a lot of teachers crying on the first day.
Actually, it's a lot more common than what you think. I've seen some where they cry the first day. Some of them cry all week long. I've had some teachers come through like Megan and Heather and Stacy and some of those that just they just throw up their hands and they're about ready to quit. So,
oh yeah, I know them.
So yeah, they've cried. They've done their share crying on the first day, the first week, but just like you, they'll cry the first day, then they'll probably cry the last day too. So I think it's cheers joys though at the end of the school year because they're glad it's over with. So
Right.
yeah. Let me introduce myself. I'm Steve Case. I'm the head custodian here and lead maintenance supervisor. So pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And you are?
Andrea Nissel.
Pleased to meet you. Yep.
Thank you.
How was your first day?
Terrible, to say the least.
That bad, huh?
Yep. I mean, I had 2 girls fighting over a very silly thing. Then I had to confiscate 3 cell phones. And on top of that, I have a kid that had a cheese puff stuck in their nose.
Oh my goodness.
And I cannot believe this. I mean, they're in 11th grade. You wouldn't think that I would have to run into things like having to help a kid with a cheese puff up on his nose.
Sounds like a fun day.
Oh, that was just the first period. I got all the types of kids. I have the ADD, ODD, AT&T, AOL, CSI, FBI.
Oh, wow.
I got them all. DOA. I mean, who gets these kids with their new lingo? They have this word, Riz and Sigma, and then these phrases like skippity toilet. I don't even know what that means. I don't know how to understand them. I'm trying to teach a lesson and they're texting in the middle of the lesson or they're doing Snapchat. I just feel like I cannot get to them.
Well, I suppose you could always just text them the lesson.
Well, that would be great. But when I went to school to become a teacher, they taught me how to teach a class. And just this doesn't seem to be the class that they told me it would be. Like, it almost feels like this class just doesn't exist. I'm starting to wonder if I am meant for this.
Well, let me ask you this. You mind if I have a seat?
Oh, please, no, go ahead.
Thank you. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
And I know this is the obvious, but I mean, were you ever a teenager?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Did you ever have anybody you make fun of you or ever get your heart broken?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
Well, what got you through those times?
I don't know. Like, in some ways, those were the best years of my life, and in some others, those were the worst years of my life. I used to think that my teachers were just old and clueless. I never thought I would come back like one of them.
Well, I have to say this. You're not old.
Thank you.
And you're not entirely clueless.
All right.
Maybe when it comes to the cheese puffs, maybe. Okay. But
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What prompted you to become a teacher? And of all things, a history teacher.
Well, that's easy.
Okay.
I had Mrs. Diaz. She was a tall, regal lady. She was very strict. She would just go like this, and all the class would be quiet. Or she would have the stare, like. But she had to put up with a lot of things. But overall, she won me over.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember her too. I mean, she was old when I was at school. And I mean, I remember she used to put her dentures in her coffee cup. And then she would fall asleep while we're taking a test. And something that sticks out of my mind is she always smelled like icy hot. It's just it's unbelievable. Completely. You walk in, the whole room would smell like icy hot.
Oh yeah, that was her signature smell.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
The person that impacted my life was Mr. Lovelace. He was a math teacher. And we were pretty mean to that guy. We used to try to get him off on rabbit trails, or we get him to tell us stories about how when he golfed, I guess he golfed while he was in high school and in college. And to us, he made it sound like he was the next best thing since Tiger Woods, you know?
Oh, really?
But this one thing that sticks out of my mind about him is he would always ask us to tell him jokes so he'd laugh. Because he had one of the most hideous, stupid laughs I've ever heard in my entire life. But I will say this. Anytime he taught a class, I took it. Because he was the one that actually prompted me to take my CPA exam and go into accounting.
So you are a CPA?
I was until I retired about 3 years ago. Yeah. Yep.
And Mr. C, why here? Like, why are you not retired and enjoying golfing and, I don't know, like enjoying life and just doing fun stuff?
Well, I don't know. It's probably for the same reason you're here, you know. It's because it's where I'm supposed to be. I might look like a custodian or a janitor or a maintenance guy, you know. It seems like all I do is go around and unclog toilets and fix broken stuff. But to most everybody on the campus, staff included, I'm Mr. C. I'm the guy that listens when they need to talk. Mm-hmm. I'm the guy that some of the students come to, like it or not, when they need help with a math problem. And I'm the guy who's just going to be a friend to them when they don't have one. So, and I wouldn't trade that for a million rounds of golf.
Well, I wish I had it all figured out like you do.
Well, Miss Nissel, I hate to burst your bubble there, but I don't have all together. And the fact that you don't have it all figured out is what's going to make you a great teacher. You see, these kids that come here, they come from all walks of life. And they're going to need your passion more than your perfection. Mm-hmm. That's what they're going to need. They're going to need to know that you love them no matter what. I would say, just based on our conversation, you're pretty equipped for this job. Except for one thing. You're going to need these.
And what are these for?
Those are for pulling out Cheetos out of 11th graders' noses.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. And I'll make sure that I get them back to you.
No. You keep those. Count them as a gift from me to you. They were Mr. Lovelace's anyway, so yeah, go ahead and keep them. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Glad to be helped.
Are you going to be here the rest of the year?
I'm going to be here the rest of the year. Yep.
All right. Me too.
Good. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You going to be here tomorrow?
I'll be here tomorrow.
I will be too. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
You have a good rest of the year.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
I forgot to give you this morning.
Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart.
Okay, bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow. Oh.